Before we started, I mentioned I went to the zoo earlier. I literally took only one photo. It's in my photo gallery. It should be one of the last ones if you can go and check it.
This release is actually changing Android users over to iPhone, so let's learn all about it. G'day champion, how are you? Welcome back to Murphy's Magic Stumped. My name of course is Boat Creamer. How are you doing on this absolutely glorious Tuesday? That's right, at the beginning of the video I said that this release was getting a lot of Android users to change over to iPhone. Since its release last week, I got a lot of DMs about magicians wanting this to be on Android. And because it's just for iPhone, I then had quite a few of them say, well, let's take the plunge and move on over. So today we're going to find out absolutely everything you need to know about the Black Mirror project by David Jonathan. So let me know if you're an Android user below and whether you'll be taking the plunge as well at the end of this episode. But before we get into the nitty-gritty of today's episode, I do want to tell you about this week's giveaway. If you want a chance to win the Phone Magic Bundle, stick around to later on in the episode and I'll teach you how to enter that giveaway. And just between you and me, this Phone Magic Bundle will work for both iPhone and Android. Now, my friend, I'm sure you're familiar with the Black Mirror project already, but you probably haven't seen a full performance. So let's check out my favorite performance from this release, Lotto. It is incredible. Roll the clip.
Do you believe that you can know something before it happens? Let's say if you knew you were going to get into an accident, could you avoid taking that highway? Or if you knew who's going to be, let's say, the winner of the Super Bowl, maybe you can put a little extra money on your fantasy football. Do you think? I'm being a little vague because I'm going to ask you to name things, not really using your critical or thinking analytical mind. You're just going to be using your gut feeling and see what happens when we just go with the flow.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Let's give it a shot.
I have something that I'm going to show you a little later here. It's really important.
All right.
But for now, we're going to be using 2-digit numbers. Let's make them up to 65.
Okay.
Okay. We're always going to use 2-digit numbers, but if you want like a 5, you would say 05. And you'll see why that's going to make sense later. So name the first digit that comes to your mind.
3.
3. Put it right here. We're going to be naming a lot, so I'm going to write them down. That way we don't have to remember them.
Makes sense.
The next one?
14.
14. All right. Think of a color and the first number that comes to your mind.
Red. And then 8.
There you go. Okay. Perfect. You see how you're kind of not really knowing what's going on?
Yeah.
What's the next number?
31.
31. That's a beautiful number. And think of something that makes you feel happy.
Okay.
Got it? And name a number.
16.
16. And let's do one more. Now, in this one, think that you just have won something. What's the number that comes to your mind?
26.
26. Okay, kind of similar to that 16. So you have 03, 14, 08, 31, 16, 20. Oh my God, those, I thought you were gonna get just a couple, but I think, let me see. Do you know what you just did?
No.
You literally just selected some random numbers, but not just random numbers. I was trying to get you to pick the actual numbers from the lottery ticket that I took a picture of. Let's open it up. And then right here, it should be a couple pictures down. So you can see right there. And you have 03,
No
14,
way.
08,
What?
31, 16, and 26.
What?
And that's what happens when you go with the flow.
Are you kidding me?
See, if that doesn't want to make you run out and buy it right now, I don't know what will, but let's get into everything you want to know about the Black Mirror project, starting with what do you get when you open up the box? Well, my friend, there are 2 releases. It's a physical and digital release. The difference between the physical and the digital copy, when you get the physical, you get that PDF that is included in the digital, and it's printed out into a little pamphlet. That's it. Everything else is done on the phone. So if you can, why not pick up that digital copy, because it's going to save you a lot of money in shipping to wherever you are in the world. But if you want that beautiful little pamphlet to stick on your shelf, why not get the physical copy? Literally, the world is your oyster. You obviously also get your tutorial, but we'll go over more of that later on in the episode. Now, if that's all you wanted to know, say, hey, I wanted to know the difference between the physical and digital, and I just wanted to see that Lotto performance, and I'm ready to pick up the Black Mirror project, how much is it? Well, firstly, my friend, I'm glad I answered all of those questions for you in the first 10 minutes, but you can get the Black Mirror project via a link in the description below right now for $39.95. And honestly, I just gotta say, and it's not just me saying this, there's been a lot of magicians saying this as well, $39.95 for this release is absolutely a steal. Me personally, myself, I would honestly pay $39.95 for that Lotto effect. It is beautiful. But you don't learn one routine in this release, you learn an absolute plethora. We'll get more into those in just a second. But yeah, it's definitely value for money. Now you may be thinking, well, this is shortcuts. I need to program the phone. Do I need to be an expert level hacker like Neo from The Matrix? Or even Trinity? Well, good news, my friend, no you don't. You need to be a skill level of a beginner magician to perform the effects, and even a beginner person on the phone to be able to install everything on. And David Jonathan actually does an exceptional explanation of this on the video tutorial. What you're seeing on screen right now is exactly how this looks when you watch it at home. All the explanations on all the routines are shot in David's studio, and everything is crystal clear, easy to understand, and absolutely beautiful. It's also broken up with full performances out on the street or in the Murphy studio. Now, one thing I did get asked a couple of times, is there anything else you need for the Black Mirror project? Well, yeah, firstly, you need an iPhone to be able to perform the Black Mirror project. You can't really do it on a spectator's phone. So first up, you need your own iPhone. Secondly, David does mention on the tutorial about having a Bluetooth remote. Now, this remote is used for taking selfies or using the camera on your phone, but you can reuse those buttons to do things you want in the shortcuts. Now, this remote isn't essential. You don't need it to perform the Black Mirror project. It might make life easier in some situations, but it's definitely not essential. But also, having said that, it's definitely inexpensive. You can pick them up from Amazon or anywhere for literally dollars. They are cheap as chips. Now, one thing I did get asked also was about the Lotto prediction. Does it only come in the US Mega Millions lottery ticket? Well, no, it also comes in the UK, but there's also a Facebook group where people are also posting their own lottery tickets that you can change into other locations. But also, once you know the method and what image you need to use, you can have a photo of you holding the lottery ticket or substitute any lottery ticket in its place. So yes, it's not just stuck to the US Mega Millions, you can use any lottery ticket you like. But yes, definitely check out that Facebook group once you pick up the Black Mirror project for more information on other users using other lottery tickets. Now let's take a break from this breakdown for just a wee second, because I want to find out who won last episode's bundle. So choose the winner of this episode, please. Hey, congratulations, champion. You're the winner of last episode's bundle. So if you could DM me on any of Murphy's socials, I'll get that prize out to you quicker. You can say, hey, that's my name I just saw. Now, my friends, on to this week's giveaway. If you want a chance to win the Phone Magic bundle, all you need to do is comment below what is your favorite routine right now from the Black Mirror project. And if you're not sure, we're gonna learn in maybe 5 seconds. Let me know whichever one it is in the comment section below. I'll then choose someone out at random and you'll be announced in the next episode. So, good luck. Also, if you haven't checked out last week's episode of Stumped, make sure you do. Card on screen right now. It's where I go over absolutely everything you need to know about this incredible piece of magic. Now onto that tutorial itself. What do you learn on the explanational video? Well, everything kicks off with an introduction from David Jonathan, the man himself, where he talks about what you're going to learn in the whole tutorial. Then it gets into a tutorial where David actually starts from a blank iPhone and teaches you the setup of the shortcuts step by step through the whole process. You literally start from having nothing on your phone to having those shortcuts set up and being ready to go. This is probably the longest tutorial on the video, but it was also incredibly, insanely easy to do. It took me about 45 minutes to set up from nothing to complete. Then David goes into all the other routines. Now those routines, what are the effects you're going to learn on the Black Mirror project? Now the first one is a book test, and this is one of the best book tests I've ever seen. And I've created one myself. It is so clean. You have the spectator swipe through pages of a real book. Well, a book on your phone. Holding the phone upside down, they swipe through the pages and stop anywhere they like. They then take a look at the first word on that page and remember it. Then you can reveal it any way you like. You then can repeat it again and have that spectator choose a different page and a different word and also reveal that. or have two spectators and reveal them both at the same time. Now, one way I'm going to perform this is having it as my lock screen, having the word chosen and remembered, and then kind of reading the spectator's mind and saying, actually, this is really insane. This is one of my favorite words of all time. I actually have it on my lock screen, and having it as like a typed quote written up on my lock screen to kind of empower me every single day. Now, again, this depends on what book you have, but you could definitely do this as that kind of reveal. Now, the next one is Lotto, and like I mentioned before, this is one of my favorites. Now, the way David teaches this on the tutorial is you have the spectators choose 6 numbers, and you say at the end, oh, this is insane. I had the worst luck of all time. I'm always off by 1. The spectator then gets out the photo. You can see every single number matches except for 1, and it's always off by 1. Then as a special little kicker, the spectator can then turn the page over that they've been writing the numbers down on, and then see you have written, I have the worst luck of all time. I'm always off by 1. Or you can have like Have did on the tutorial and be absolutely bang on. Now the next one is a word pick. It's the digital equivalent to a center tear on a locked phone. And I'm just gonna say, you're gonna love this sneaky, bold peek. Now the next one is photo prediction. This is where you can literally have like anything written down by the spectator, whether it's an animal at the zoo or their favorite food, whatever you want, they can then type it down. And then when they look in through your photos, you have that image from a couple of photos ago on your phone. The next one is birthday gift. This is where you have a spectator choose from a list of gifts of one of the items that they would like on their birthday. They then go back through the phone to the date of their birthday, and they find that exact item in an image in that date sealed in time. Then there's maps. This is a free choice of any city, and it's revealed and predicted in the Google Maps without ever touching the phone. Then the last one is vacation. This is where you have a list of over 20 travel destinations that the spectator can choose from. They then choose one of the locations, and then on your phone is that image of that place. And as undeniable proof, it also has the geolocation tag on it. And as a special little kicker, it can also have a date chosen. So it's a triple double whammy hit right there. And David also teaches on the tutorial about how to integrate it with popular apps, including Inject, QR Genie, and Hydra. Now let's get into the examinability of the phone and I guess the photos. Well, the phone is just a regular phone. The spectator can go through it and find that there's no weird apps on there. There's no magical apps in play. It uses all of that shortcuts which runs in the background of your phone that they're not gonna find. Now onto those photos. Are those photos examinable? Well, yes, 100% they are. You can even have them airdrop it to their own phone, send it to them if they want it as a souvenir. They're just regular photos on your camera roll. So yep, they're 100% examinable. The phone's examinable, so they're not gonna find a thing. And also I find that the phone is also your own personal phone. You're not gonna have a lot of spectators going through your personal camera roll. I've got too many pictures of Minecraft on my phone that no one's gonna check it out anyway. Now onto those pesky angles. What are they like? Well, for a lot of the performances, you can perform them surrounded. Like that book test, like I mentioned earlier, the spectators aren't gonna see a thing. There are a couple of routines where you're gonna need to watch some of the angles, and you're gonna want spectators within like 120 degrees in front of you because you're gonna have the phone close to yourself. But again, also that remote might come in handy there. Just for argument's sake, you probably want spectators within 120 degrees. But that isn't for every single routine. A lot of the routines are completely hands-off and done completely by the spectators. So it depends on what routine you're performing. You can perform this up to 360 degrees surrounded. Oh, baby. Okay, so let's kind of wrap this up and sum this up into a nice little package. From the best-selling creator of Vox and Synergy, David Jonathan is back with more powerful mentalism using the most common and relatable object in the world, your phone. Now, Black Mirror Project has been in development for over a year and features 7 mind-melting effects that are a must-have for any mentalist. Those effects again are the book test, Lotto, word pick, photo prediction, the birthday gift, maps, and vacation. Now, some key points to take away from this, that this is not a magic app. It uses native features on Apple iOS. It is incredibly easy to perform and can be done at any skill level. Plus as well, everything ends clean. Now this is compatible with iOS devices running iOS 13 and over. So while you can run this from iOS 13, iOS 17 or over is definitely recommended. Now again, this is not supported for Android devices. There is also no language restrictions. There's multiple variations taught on each effect. The setup is taught in crystal clear detail with over 3.5 hours of complete video instructions. Now, there are certain effects that require internet connection to perform while others can perform offline. Now, every routine can be performed with your phone through optional handlings that are also taught with an inexpensive Bluetooth selfie remote. Now, this also supports integration with popular apps, including Inject, QR Genie, and Hydra. Now, the Black Mirror project includes all the digital components and assets, the video tutorials, a detailed PDF, and an exclusive access to the private Facebook group. Now, once your phone is equipped with these mesmerizing routines, you'll be ready to destroy audiences at any time. Now, if you want to see more on the Black Mirror project, there's a link in the description below right now where you can pick it up for $39.95. You need a skill level of a beginner magician to do it. Now, my friend, I hope that answers all your questions on the Black Mirror project. If there was something I left out, or you do have another question, throw them down in the comment section below. And look, we'll get David Jonathan on a call. We'll do a live stream with him, or we'll record it, whatever you guys want to do, and we'll have all those questions for a V2 on Stumped of the Black Mirror project. Now, are you an Android user? Did that make you want to change to an iOS? Let me know also in the comment section below. Now, my friend, I know you're incredibly busy, so I'll see you tomorrow on a What's New This Week, on our Discord for our weekly jams, trivia, games, hangouts, and even more. I'll see you on Saturday for another Saturday Sorcery. Now, take care. See you later. Bye for now. Whoa, hey, whoa, what's that? Oh, you should definitely check out that. Oh, there's so much good magic in there. You won't regret it. Hey, whoa, hey, look at this bad boy. You should definitely subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe, then watch that. Oh, it's a good day to treat yourself.